my name's Alex. This is my first video. I go by Living Skies Belle on Instagram and Raverly if you're looking for any details. I like crafting. Predominantly right now it's knitting and spinning, but I really quite enjoy Tunisian crochet and crochet. They were my first loves, but I can't do that one as often or as frequently anymore. And then I do other crafts, but we won't talk about those today because I haven't touched them in a little bit. And I call myself Living Skies Belle because everyone, I believe, deserves to feel beautiful, and hence a belle. And I have a little homage to my home province, which is the land of the living skies. It's the Yarnkeeper vest. I test knit this for the Woolen Pine. It just launched this week, and it's mainly focused on stash busting, and I thankfully was able to stash bust for it all. I didn't have to pay any extra for it. So the main color is Hobie TL Yarn Crafts in the color Foggy. This is like from the OG drop way long ago, and there's from other projects. So most of it is Rose Hill yarns in her DK Merino superwash base. And then I have one kind of really dark strip here that was from Camp Fibre yarns. And I really like this. It has some nice shaping at the shoulders. I'll kind of did change it to the test, so it kind of shows a little bit of bra, but I don't think it's easy to hide if I keep my arms down. They changed the depth of the shoulders to go a little bit less deep in the yoke, just because all of us with the bigger sizes were having some troubles. So I made about this with about almost close to 900 yards, but I did add an extra like inch and a half because I don't really like crop things. And that's my fresh, basically off the needles make. I've made them from one of the base patterns and knit a box of socks. It is 2 needles right now because I just wore them to see how they fit. So I mainly made it on circular 9-inch needles to 225, and it's in sock weight yarn, her fingering weight. This is a local to me dyer, and she also owns one of our local yarn stores. This is the Empress Yarns, and this is Spring Pansy is colorway, and also the green is just some green minis she made up as well. So this was in support of local yarn store day. Was happy to buy some and very excited to make some socks. It's going quite well. I'll show a picture of the fit. I was able to get them over with the 9-inch circulars. I couldn't actually put it on try-it-on tubing to do it because it was so small and I knit so tight. So my husband had to go get some fixed circulars because I actually don't own any. So that is project number 1. So this is project number 2. This is going to be kind of a predominant work project just because it's a little bit easy, quick, and simple to carry. I just fit it in this bag when I go to work. I can walk with it. And it's Tunisian crochet, and I'm doing it in a 6.5 hook, just because because of my injury, I can't crochet very tight, so I have to go down in hooks a little bit more often sometimes. And it's a beautiful shawl with kind of sections of knit and reverse stitch between them just to help break it up. And this is in DK, the Frosted Stitch Deep Freeze DK. This is from her collection of the Mummy, and it's the wrong side of the river, and it's just nice and moody. I might not talk about it too often, but you never know. I only get a certain amount of time at work because I work full time, and sometimes I'm quite busy. And so this is a long-term whip of mine. It's the Indecision sampler sweater by Violet.loops, and it is beautiful. It's just I kind of make it and then fall out of making it, and then I make some mistakes and I have to fix it again. So this is the front of the body, and I made it in the round per her instructions by joining. So it has a little join right here. It's not fully in the round Tunisian crochet, and as you can see, I've split for the front part. So right now I'm doing the 4th color of the Twilight Tulip Fade set in DK from Rose Hill. It's something I had in stash. It worked really well for this project. And then I had 3 hanks of another yarn called Empress's Garden, and it's nice pinky purple, also from Rose Hill. So that's what I'm using for the simple stitch, and I'll probably use it for the ribbing. And then I also used it for the return pass of the reverse stitches. The forward pass is the original fade color. So right now I've also finished the sleeves as her instructions. That's why I kind of made so many mistakes, is because it's hard to switch between the body and sweater sleeves, I found out. Apparently I don't think like she does for this pattern. Usually I really quite like her patterns. So that's just a me error. And I'm hoping I just have to block it and it should relax quite nicely. It's quite, as you can see, scrunched up. And this is going to get joined to the sweater body. And I've also finished the second sleeve. Just not going to show it. And then this is the final 5th color, and it's just a nice tonal purple shift. And I am thinking about, for the last section, I'm doing 7. I'm going to marl between all of the fade colors to try and bring it together. Almost finished these spins. This one is, or these 2 right here are Colorwork Fancy, her non-superwash merino base. She's a new local dyer as well from Saskatoon, and I quite love her colors. This one I didn't really do anything with it. I'm calling it Orange Dream, and this one I just split into equal amounts of weight and then spun it end to end and then plied it. So it's number 1. And then this is, I'm calling it Pink Yellow Pop Art, and it kind of quite matches one of my books that I'm reading. And this one is a fractal spin. So I split it into thirds, spun 1/3 into, actually for both of these, I spun 1/3 into end to end, the second third into half end to ends twice, and then of each of the third, I did 1/3 of the third and spun that end to end. So these are both 3-ply. And then this one is Bramble Ridge. It's one of a kind color. It had a beautiful shift from like reddy pinks to purple, and I'm going to call this one Sunset Targhee because it's 100% Targhee. Another fractal. I have to just ply them together. So this is the BFL base that Colorwork Fancy also has. So this one I did almost the same, 1/3 full, half of a third, and then one of them I did actually, I had to separate it into 4 because just the way that it wanted to split was 4. So it'll be interesting to see how that works. And then this is like kind of like an ethereal blue pink purple, also from Colorwork Fancy, the BFL. And this one I didn't do much for color management. I just split it into equal thirds by weight and spun it together. So this one, those 2 have been resting, so I'll probably be able to apply them by the next time that you see me. Recent acquisitions. So like I said, my husband had to go and get some knitting needles for me, just because the fixed circulars I didn't have, and now that I want to really knit mate socks, I kind of need them to try on every once in a while on my foot, and then it's also easier for the heel, and I'm assuming the toe as well, because it's quite hard on my wrists. Those fit. Another local to me yarn store, Prairie Lily Needlework shop, and we got them on a little bit of a sale because I spent enough that I had a loyalty card. So these are some knitted socks books that I got. So this one is what I originally made the order from. I think I got it from a store called, yeah, Finnish Knits. And this one is Nordic animal socks. And with it, it has beautiful color work socks. And I really like this one, but I also really like, there's one called Stargazer or Stargazing. And it's a fox with the night sky around it. And then also I really liked another one, and it's like it looks like to me a great horned owl, and it's like a mix of blues and then bright orange eyes. I really love that. And then because I had tariffs to pay and shipping, I got some more sock books. So this one is Knitted Socks, and this one was a translated book. So for this, kind of a tie between the Phoenix sock and also the Little Mermaid sock. And then I also really liked another sock in it. So I also really liked another sock in it, and it's cabled. It's called Aphrodite, and I really quite enjoyed this one as well. The sock book is Knitted Socks from Finland. It's by the same pattern writer, and this one I was able to get in English. So I really like this. Obviously the cover socks, the Dear Sister socks. So, and then I also really like another cabled sock. It's called Flirtation, and that's really quite fun as well. So that is basically everything in this video today. I hope you liked it. This will kind of be maybe a sporadic project of mine, just because I work full time. And if you want to follow me for more, maybe daily posts or at least weekly, you can follow me on Instagram at Living Skies Belle. And I hope you all had a beautiful day.